again. So you have a car with one of these, a carburetor, and you like to go drive at places. Well, what should you have with you to make sure that in case something goes wrong, either you or someone that has some mechanical knowledge can help you get home without being put on the back of a flatbed. Today I'm going to go over a few different tools, special and just regular, that I keep in my car just to make sure that I can get myself home with most circumstances. Now let's go over to the workbench and take a look at this. Okay, so over here on the workbench, and this is my main carburetor kit I keep with me at all times. So we're going to go over that in a minute. First thing you should always have is a good 1/4-inch socket set. And it should be in something like this, a case. I don't care where you get it from. I don't care whose it is. Make sure you have a driver, an actual ratchet, some extensions, a bunch of different sizes, and that they're all there in a nice little case that are all together. Because this is invaluable. Stuff gets loose on old cars. Next, a screwdriver that actually can take the carburetor apart. Just there's sometimes when things happen where you need to remove at least part of your carburetor. And there's lots of carburetors where this happens, not just with thermoquads, but on Hollies. You have to make adjustments, float stick, quadrajets, the secondary doors need adjustment, or float sank, and you need to take it apart. Gloves. And it may sound silly, but if you're going someplace and say you're going to go eat, do you really want to be covered in grease? At least carry a couple sets of these, so at least whatever you're doing, your hands and nails won't look like you've been working in a gas station all day. Finally, my kit is buy one of these little plastic containers, and you put stuff in here that, mine's overboard, but you just put these basics you're going to need. First of all, if you need any special tools, a thermoquad needs a special tool for a secondary air door. Those springs do break. So I have a tool to undo the air door and redo it, and then I have a spare spring to reset it. And of course, it needs a special screwdriver to fit in there. So that goes as one set, and I put it right there in a holder. Then you need a tiny screwdriver for adjustments or to remove clips. So that goes in that little section also. A pair of pliers, also to help bend linkages, to pick up little things, invaluable. This is going to be kind of weird for a lot of people. Golf tees. These are cheap. These are the greatest vacuum line blockers you could ever get. Anything, and as long as it's less than, I think it's 7/16, 3/8, it'll stop it. And it'll keep, and if you just need to plug a vacuum line, these are incredibly great to take with you. Also, springs. Return spring, main throttle spring. I have seen springs break. They may not look nice, but I'll be able to get home without having to try to find a parts store, hope they have a spring that fits my car or that they're open. Floats. I carry a couple of different types of floats, but floats sink. If you need to replace them, if you don't have them on you, you can't. So this is very, very necessary. I carry just two types. I carry all sorts of little screws, because if you take it apart, you never know, you might lose things. Carry a spare tree in case it breaks, which is very rare, but here's the little clips you can have down here. You always seem to drop and lose these. I just carry a bunch of them. I also carry a bunch of squirters. They're all the same size, but I've seen squirters just get clogged. And if you're out driving, it's easier just to unscrew this and screw a new one in and then clean the other one when you get home. I do have some accelerator parts here. I do have a new cup in case that one in the car tears. I have a new base. I even have a new passage tube in case it got brittle. You could just change it out. And I have spare screws in here in case you strip one. And that's pretty much it on kind of an emergency kit for your carburetor. Think about what you use on your carburetor and buy a little case like this, spare parts that you would think you would need, stuff that's unique to your car. Like I even have needles and seats in here. Everybody has those because You never know, the tip may fall off, and without this, your car doesn't run. So I always keep a spare set in there also. So this is a really kind of an overview of what you do when you have a classic car that's carbureted and you actually like driving it and you're going more than 5-10 miles from your house. So it's always good to carry a nice kit like this. It's clean, it's easy, stick it in the back of the trunk. It doesn't take up much room. And that's the tip I have for today. I hope you got something out of that. Let me know in the comments what you guys bring to keep your carburetors, functioning when you're out driving. Because I know a lot of different carburetors need a lot of different special tools, or if there's a tool that I don't know about, or a technique or something that would be really helpful, just comment on that. I really would appreciate that. Once again, thank you for watching the video. I hope you got something out of that. If you did, like it. If you really did, subscribe. And do that to people that you also watch other videos on YouTube, because that also helps them. And as always, remember, take out your classic car. You will make someone's day when you do it. Have a good one.